I have to say that my uncle could never say no to a book. His first stop in any new town was a bookstore, grazing through stacks like a man looking for literature's milk. He would not leave until he had perused hundreds of books, piling those he was interested in like a Jenga tower, sitting in various yoga reading poses, and tasting the paperbacks like appetizers. I have to admit, he took me on some of these dining excursions too, and I even formed a thirst for books. My uncle once read for such a long time in the philosophy aisle that the self-help section began leaving him notes of concern. Eventually, the manager gave him a name tag and put him on the payroll. He claimed the books spoke to him, but especially the non-fiction. Fiction screamed and cried too much. He wasn't hoarding books. He was just hosting a very quiet book club for one. Or some wondered if it was a neighborhood library. Either way, he refused to Dewey Decimal anything. It was all vibes. His house transformed early, books creeping from room to room like intellectual ivy. When the walls could hold no more, he built an annex in the backyard, a barn-shaped library with better insulation than his actual home. And when that filled up, the garage was converted into a second library branch. His neighbors thought he was eccentric. The city zoning board believed he was operating an underground university. He called it domestic academia. His best friends, eventually, became his books, or vice versa. He spoke to them, thanked them, and sometimes argued, especially with the Russian novels. His favorite authors began visiting him regularly. I mean it. He said Vonnegut dropped by once and rearranged his science fiction shelf just for the irony. Emily Dickinson stopped in too, but only stayed in the upstairs guest room and never came down. He swore Faulkner kept rewriting his grocery lists into stream-of-consciousness epics, where the bananas mourned their own ripening. And the scientists came, too. Carl Sagan would sit with him in the annex, sipping tea and whispering about billions and billions of stars. Einstein once helped him rearrange his furniture, strictly in relation to the light in the room. Bertrand Russell came to debate, but only left when he realized the squirrels had more logical consistency. Will Durant would just nod thoughtfully, saying, "Yes, this is what I meant by the story of civilization, minus the garage." My uncle actually became famous, first as the town sage, then as a local bibliophile of legendary proportions. Eventually books led to music, and music to art. But in the society of books, he wasn't just well known. He was the hero. If this tale made you smile, nod, or look longingly at your bookshelf, hit that subscribe button. Join our little book club for one or maybe two.